I'd like you to meet my girl. Hello, Wilson, old man. How's business?
I can't complain. So where you gonna sell me that car?
Next week. I've got a guy working on it.
He works so slow, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't. Maybe I just better sell it elsewhere.
No, but I didn't mean it like that. Go get some chairs. Sure.
Hello. I'd like to see you, Myrtle. Get on the next taxi.
Alright, I'll see you later.
Alright. Meet me by the newsstand on the lower level.
We don't need the chairs anymore.
Terrible place, isn't it? Awful. It does her good to get away.
Doesn't her husband object?
Wilson? She tells him that she goes to see her sister in New York. He's so dumb, he doesn't even know he's alive.
I would like to get me one of those dogs. It'd be nice to have. What kind do you have? All kinds. What would you like? Oh, like a police dog? I don't reckon you have that. Well, here's one.
That's no police dog.
I think it's cute. Is it a boy or girl? It's a boy.
That's a girl. Here's your money.
Thank you.
Go buy yourself 10 dogs with that.
Hey, come on over. I'm in town today. Hi. Hi. Hi, Myrtle.
Hello.
Where's Tom?
He's getting some wine.
Okay.
I got a new dog.
What's his name?
It's a girl. Casey.
There you are, Nick.
It doesn't matter.
Hello, everyone.
My dear, most of these fellows here will cheat you every time. All they think about is money. Why, just last week a woman came up here to look at my feet. And when you saw her bill, you would have think she took my appendix out.
What was the woman's name?
Mrs. Everhart, she goes around and look at people's feet in their own homes.
Well, I love your outfit. It looks good on
This
you.
little thing, I just slip it on when I don't care what I look like.
Well, it looks wonderful on you if you know what I mean. If Chester can get you in that pose, I think he can make something of it.
I should change the light. I'd like to bring out the modeling of the features, and I'd like to capture all that black hair.
I wouldn't think of changing the light. I think it's...
You McGee's should have something to drink. Myrtle, go get more ice and mineral water before our guests fall asleep.
That boy, I told him to get some ice. These people always have to be washed after.
I've done some nice things on Long Island. 2 of them I have framed downstairs. 2 studies. One of them I like to call Montauk Point, the goals. The other one I'd like to call Montauk Point, the sea.
Do you live down on Long Island too?
I live at West Egg.
Really? I was down there about a month ago. I had a man named Gatsby. Do you know him?
I live next door to him.
Well, they say he's a nephew or cousin of Kaiser Wilhelm. That's where he gets all his money.
Really?
I'm scared of him. I'd hate to have him get anything on me.
Chester, I think you can do something with her.
Ask Myrtle. She'll give you a letter of introduction. Won't you, Myrtle?
What?
Give Mr. McGee a letter of introduction for your husband, so he could do studies on him. You know, George Wilson at the garage, whatnot.
Can't stand them. If I were them, I'd get a divorce and get married to each other right away.
Doesn't she like Wilson either?
No.
You see, it's really her keeping them apart. She's a Catholic and they don't believe in divorce.
It'd be more discreet to go to Europe.
Oh, do you like Europe? I just got back from Monte Carlo.
Really?
Yeah, just last year I went over there with another girl.
Stay long?
No, we just went to Monte Carlo and back. We went by way of Marcias. We had over $1,200 when we started, but we got just out of it all in 2 days in the private room. We had an awful time getting back. I can tell you, God, how I hated that town.
I almost made a mistake too. I almost married a little kid who was after me for years. Everybody knew he was below me. I knew he was below me. Everybody kept telling me, Lucille, he's way below you. If I hadn't met Chester, he would have gotten me for sure.
Yes, but you listen, at least you didn't marry him.
I know I didn't.
Well, I married him, and that's the difference between my case and yours.
Why did you, Myrtle? Nobody forced you to.
Crazy about him? Who said I was crazy about him? I never was any more crazy about him than I was about that man there. The only crazy I was when I married him. I knew right away I made a mistake. He borrowed somebody's best suit to get married in, and never even told me about it. And the man came after it one day when he was out. "Oh, is that your suit?" I asked him. This is the first I ever heard about it, but I gave it to him and then I lay down and cried to beat the band all afternoon.
She really ought to get away from him. They've been living over that garage for 11 years, and Tom's the first sweetie she ever had.
It was on the last two seats facing each other that are always the last ones left on the train. I was going up to New York to see my sister and spend the night. He had on a dress suit and pants and leather shoes, and I couldn't keep my eyes off him. So every time he looked at me, I had to pretend to be looking at the advertisement over his head. When he came into the station, he was next to me, and his white shirt fronted pressed against my arm. And so I told him I'd have to call a policeman, but he knew I lied. I was so excited that when I got into a taxi with him, I didn't hardly know I wasn't getting into a subway train. All I kept thinking about it over and over was, you can't live forever. My dear, I'm going to give you this dress as soon as I'm through with it. I've got to get another one tomorrow. I'm going to make a list of all the things I've got to do. A massage, and a waist, and a collar for the dog, and the rest of this black silk bow from Mother's grave that will last all summer. I've got to write down a list, so I won't forget all the things I've got to do. If you love me so much, why are you still with Daisy?
Don't say her name.
Daisy. Daisy, 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 Daisy. Ah! Ah!
Corner from the Baker's Field and Speakeasy, of course.
Ah, of course, yes. So, would you like to go to lunch sometime? Where? Anywhere.
Well, stop. It's my job. Before?
Oh, what?
Anyways, that sounds good.